What isn't he irritated by?
If someone says you have eyes like a demiguise, is that a compliment?
I fell asleep in Transfiguration once. Professor Weasley woke me up and I had drool all over my wand. Couldn't transfigure my way out of that.
Professor Anai has fascinating stories about growing up in Uganda. Wish she'd teach us how to do wandless magic like they do at Wagadu.
Sometimes I'm not fully sure if Ronan's teaching us a spell or having a practice himself. Don't you find? It's genuinely questionable as to whether the man's at Hogwarts to steer the next generation or to become the next Uric the Oddball.
I'm convinced that behind her rather stodgy exterior, Professor Weasley's had some rather marvellous adventures.
Rumour is, Professor Hecat used to work for the Ministry. Or wonder what she did. I'd die of embarrassment if my mother taught at Hogwarts. Don't know how Natty manages.
If I had to pick a professor to race against, it'd be Hecat. I'm serious, she's 1,000 years old. Or 75 or something.
I wish they'd let Ronan teach the entire curriculum. Charms is the only class I can stay awake for.
I enjoy divination, but when is Professor Anai going to tell us more about Africa? I've learned enough about ornithomancy to last me a lifetime. I want to hear about the Serengeti.
I still can't manage to transfigure a match into a needle without catching it on fire.
I used to like transfiguration, but now it seems to be getting awfully complicated.
I was worried transfiguration would be too difficult, but it turns out I have a knack for switching spells. Mother says it's my indecisive nature.
I managed to conjure a hedgehog once, but it disappeared after a few minutes. Shame.
I spent hours trying to conjure a meat pie when I was a first year, only to then find out about Gamp's Law. Such a disappointment.
My mother adored transfiguration when she was in school. I'm sure she's disappointed that I'm so terrible at it.
I asked Amit to cast a tutor me in transfiguration, but he refused. I'm a lost cause.
I enjoy my weekly visits to Dogweed and Deathcap. I find I'm more comfortable around plants than people, to be honest.
Isn't Sebastian Sallow's family from Feldcroft? I would have expected him to be from somewhere more posh.
Quite a few hamlets outside of Hogsmeade. I'm going to try and visit them all this year.
So many interesting people from all over the world come through Hogsmeade. You never know who you'll meet. Spotted a vampire from Romania last spring.
Huh.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village I've ever heard of. Where did you get your dragonhide gloves? I saw you handling that Snargaloff in herbology. You know, my gloves went mysteriously missing.
I wish Professor Garlick would teach us more about flesh-eating trees. There seems so little about them. Perhaps one day someone will write a book on them.
I'll trade you a spoon's worth of flubberworm mucus for a pufferpod.
I did tell you not.
I can't wait until I'm a 6th year. Then I won't have to waste my time with herbology anymore. I'll miss Professor Garlick, mind.
I hope to have an owl of my own one day.
No one sends me owls. Can't remember the last time I got one. Not even on my birthday.
I can't imagine receiving a howler, especially in front of the whole school during a feast.
I'd like to send owls, but I have no one to write to.
Once, my sister sent me a howler simply because...
I sent a love letter to Imelda Reyes once, but I think she thought I was making fun of her because she's been rude to me ever since. When I said she was outspoken, I meant it as a compliment.
My family's owl is getting too old. Half of the letters end up in the local pond.
I almost bought an owl in Diagon Alley. Went with a cat instead. Odd-coloured eye, and it quite appealed to me.